There's been a lot of people doing this 10-year challenge on the internet where you post a picture of what you looked like 10 years ago, and Ron Magill looks exactly the same. He looks like the same Tarzan at 60 years old that he was at 50 years old. So if you want to, you look exactly the same, Ron.
Dan, first of all, I didn't post that. The zoo posted that. I would not have posted that. I don't look exactly the same. It just tells me your eyes are going bad, brother. But having said that, what is this 10-year challenge? What is this?
You look the same. Your hair is just a little bit darker. I don't know what it is that you're seeing. You look exactly the same.
A whole lot thinner. I am freaking bald, Dan. I mean, come on.
I think you look better. I got to be honest. I think you look better now than you did 10 years ago, Ron.
Oh, Stugatz, coming from you, brother. That means so much. You can't, but you just made my whole day, Stugatz. I can't tell you.
This guy's beautiful and humble.
Yes, he is. Andy, you're on with the beautiful and humble Ron Magill. Go ahead, Andy. Ageless as well.
Hey, Ron. I was curious. I know conservation efforts are something that you guys do a lot of at Zoo Miami. What's like one of the main things that you guys do to conserve the wildlife around Miami and the greater wild?
Well, we're working with a lot of things. Right here on grounds, we have a big, I know this is going to sound a little trivial to most people, but a gopher tortoise conservation program. We actually tag our gopher tortoises, we protect their burrows, and we have a reintroduction program for them. So we have a rehabilitation program for them here. We're working on a big flamingo project, trying to convince Florida that flamingos are indeed a native bird species here to protect them for the isolated populations that we have here. We do a lot of conservation work with the Everglades. You know, we just gave the Everglades National Park a check for close to $10,000 for them to help with poaching patrols and help their rangers in the field. So we do a lot of stuff right in our backyard, and of course we do things from Africa to Central America too. Just through my Ron Magill Conservation Endowment, we've already given over $100,000 worth of conservation work, whether it be new vehicles for research and poaching. Just bought a brand new motor for a boat doing studies in the Everglades and Florida Bay for Audubon, Florida. So we do a lot in that respect.
That was excellent of you to take a zoo employee and plant that question, Ron. Kevin, you're on with Ron Magill of Zoo Miami. Go ahead, Kevin.
Yes, Ron, I have a squirrel, a gray squirrel, in my basement. And I'm just wondering if this is something that I can take care of myself, or should I leave to professionals?
What?
Oh, no. Leave that to professionals.
Yes.
Unless you can just give him access out on his own. Don't try to catch him. Don't try to round him up. I don't know if you ever saw Monty Python on the Holy Grail, that scene with the rabbit, okay? That's what a squirrel can turn into. He'll come right at your neck, man. He'll go right for the jugular. Squirrels can be vicious, especially as adults when they get scared. So don't be fooled by the cute little look and the bushy little tail. Those animals can be very dangerous. Leave that to a professional. I wonder if he lives in a cold climate or a warm climate, because he might just be going down there to get away from the cold. But if you can give it access so it get out on its own, don't try to catch it on your own. Please don't. Those things are so fast and they can bite really badly.
Ron, there's recently been an opossum wandering in my neighborhood, climbing in oak trees, and I think it lives in the area. Is that something we should be concerned about, or is he harmless as long as you leave him alone?
Absolutely harmless as long as you leave them alone. These are animals that, all they want to do is find a free, easy meal. They like to get into people's dog food, people who feed their pets in their backyard, not indoors. These possums pick up on that very quickly. They like to get into trash cans, any type of fruit and vegetable, things that are thrown out in the garbage. They go to that. They are totally harmless. As a matter of fact, I'm not saying that one cannot bite you if you try to grab it. They can. People have this misconception that, if you try to grab it, it's just going to play dead. It's going to play possum. People watch that dumb commercial, but they don't always do that. And I have seen a possum give a pretty nasty bite if people try to pick it up. But they are more bark than bite, even though they don't make a noise. They open their mouth, they kind of go, and they got big, long teeth, so they're pretty impressive that way. But they want nothing to do with you. You leave them alone, they will leave you alone, promise.
Ron, which animal is fooling us the most in terms of we think it's cute, we think it's a nice little cute animal, but it's really not, it's evil?
I'm not going to say it's evil, but, people look at something like a panda. Oh, the panda, it's so cuddly, it's so nice, man. One of my good friends, a veterinarian, worked with panda, almost had his finger bitten off by a panda. They can be like any other bear. They can be very dangerous that way. So I think a panda is an animal people look at and just go, oh, it's so cute. And going back to the squirrel, man, squirrels, people don't understand. Squirrels are really cute when they're babies, and then all of a sudden they become adults, and they become like Satan's child.
So evil is the word that he should have used, but about squirrels, not pandas.
Well, yeah, but squirrels, Dan, squirrels can really change on a dime. I can talk to you. I know so many people who rescue and rehabilitate squirrels, and they'll be the first ones to tell you, yeah, they're okay. And then all of a sudden, it's like something snaps in them, and they just go nuts. And they can really tear you up.
Ron, I just recently learned the difference between a llama and an alpaca. And I'm wondering, are either of those zoo animals? And I'm also wondering, are there other examples of two different species that are sometimes mistaken for one another?
Yes. Well, we have guanaco here, which are also very closely related to the llama and the alpaca, and we do have a llama in our children's zoo. They're an interesting type of hoof stock, but they are very closely related. But other animals that are very commonly mistaken as being the same are like rheas and emus. These are ratites, very closely related to the ostrich, large flightless birds. But if you look at a rhea and then look at an emu, they look very similar. Even an ostrich and a rhea look very similar. A rhea looks like a smaller version of an ostrich. So those animals are very commonly confused, and ironically, they're found like on different continents.
Chris, you're on with Magill. Go ahead, Chris.
Ron, I'm wondering if a group of gorillas could raise a human baby like in Tarzan.
I'm not going to say that's impossible. I think gorillas are an incredibly intelligent animal. I don't know if they would readily accept a baby, and I don't know if
it's impossible. Gary, you're on with Ron Magill at Zoo Miami. Go ahead, Gary.
It's not impossible. It's not impossible, Dan.
Gary, you're on.
Eat the baby.
They would eat the baby. That's exactly what would happen.
Ron, why do cows eat their after?
Why do cows eat their afterbirth? Is that haunting voice from the beyond?
Almost all hoof stock will eat their afterbirth. And one of the main reasons for that, first of all, there's a lot of nutrients in the afterbirth, but one of the instinctive reasons for that is to take away the smell that would attract predators to come eat their newborn baby. Okay, the afterbirth is full of nutrients, but also a lot of odor, so they try to eat that afterbirth to try to disguise the baby smell and doesn't draw predators.
Chris, you're on with Ron Magill. Go ahead. That's a good answer. We learn something every week around here for as much as we hassle him. Chris, you're on with Ron Magill. Go ahead.
Yeah, Ron, my 8-year-old son, Aaron, wants to know if tigers ever eat tigers.
I've never seen a tiger eat a tiger. I have seen tigers kill tigers, of course. They're very territorial, so they can be very aggressive towards one another. But I have never seen a tiger eat another tiger. That's not to say it's impossible, but I've never seen it, never heard of it.
No, impossible is a bunch of gorillas raising a human being. John, you're on with Ron Magill. Go ahead, John.
Ron, great to talk to you. Listen, I'm a backpacker. I respect, but I don't fear bears. However, I'm scared to death of mountain lions. How scared should I be?
Well, a mountain lion is the type of animal that is going to stalk you. It could stalk you. All the attacks you've ever heard of mountain lions are people getting jumped on from behind. I think that you're aware of your surroundings all the time. It's much less of a chance. It's not going to say it's going to eliminate a chance. I agree with you with bears. Unless it's a sow with cubs, you stand up to a bear and the bear keep your face, it's going to go away. It's not going to bother you. Having said that, mountain lions, generally speaking, are going to avoid you. I can tell you there's probably 1,000 joggers every day that are in the eyesight of a mountain lion, and the mountain lion wants nothing to do with them. Of course, every now and then you get one of those attacks, and then everybody freaks out. It's kind of like a plane crash. So having said that, I don't want to say don't be afraid of them. Definitely respect them. But if you're aware of your environment, you have much less of a chance. If you face a mountain lion, he's not going to come at you. A mountain lion is going to get you from behind.
Do you have a video for us this week?
Oh, I do. Let me go. Here we go. Are you guys ready?
Yes, play-by-play. Yep. We end the segment every week with play-by-play of a video.
Here we go. Play-by-play, and we hit the play button. Okay, we got a bird. It looks like it's flying in a mall. There's a cat going after the bird. You can't get the bird, though. The bird's flying back and forth. Bird all the way down the mall, turns around, flies back, flying around. Going down. Oh, jeez! The cat got him in midair! Oh! Did you see that? Holy jeez! What a horrible ending for that bird, but what a spectacular jump by that cat. Oh, you got to watch that online. What a great... Lorenzo is a god, man. Lorenzo is the bomb when it comes to finding these videos. You got to throw a bone at Lorenzo. That was beautiful.
That bird is an idiot, that bird.
You know, come on, look at that cat. That cat is like the Olympic cat of cats. Yeah. What an incredible jump. Got that in midair, man. Think of the timing, the coordination. God, wildlife is fantastic.
Jets need to sign that cat.
What kind of mall is this? What is this? What kind of mall?
Why is there a cat there?
It's a mall. Bird got in the mall. It's any kind of mall.
Bird there.
Good talking to you, Ron.
Have a good week. We'll talk to you next time.
Now to the good stuff.
bird brain joke is what you did there.
You've heard
Bird
of a house
brain.
cat. That was a mole cat.